Alright, BobalosRex here, and it's another react. Let's get to it. Hopefully everything sounds good. Ooh! Look at that mount. That's a mount. That's gonna be a mount from the contracts, the price system. That looks so good. Big boy. Okay. So since that's in the city, that's either during the quest line or maybe that's part of that raid. Music. Systems download. I'm still blocking words. Here, I'll be a little smaller.
Hello, Gamescom.
There we go.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much for coming out.
Big
to join us
dogs.
today. It's going to be an amazing time together talking about the systems and features of Midnight.
All right.
I'm Ian Hasekostas, Game Director on World of Warcraft. And my name is Paul Cubitt, Associate Game Director, also on World of Warcraft. Let me give you a quick rundown of what we're going to talk about in the next 30 minutes.
All right, let's go.
Thank you for your patience over the course of the past week as we've tried to get out all the information about what we're doing in Midnight.
Blog
Today,
posts.
we're going to talk about the new
blog posts.
that's coming,
Listen.
talents,
blog posts now. Let's get them.
How the prey system is going to work, but also some new aspects of world content specific to each of the zones of Midnight.
I'm excited.
We're going to talk about how the leveling experience is going to work and what's in store for new and returning players. Got some updates for the PvPers in the house.
Good.
And a range of quality of life updates, including some UI improvements.
That gives me bingo.
One thing we're not going to talk about a lot today is
that
our
PvP
housing system. We have a lot of information out about housing. It's amazing seeing thousands of you check out the demo hands-on over the last few days.
I can't wait.
Wait for everyone to get their hands on this later this year. And that's right, later this year. In our 11.2.7 patch.
If you pre-ordered.
The housing system
if you pre-ordered.
Anyone who owns Midnight at that point
yeah.
can claim their home and start decorating it. But everyone who's playing WoW, even if you don't own Midnight yet, can start collecting your decor and getting ready for the expansion.
Getting tempted.
Without further ado, let me hand it over to Paul to talk about the next few items.
All right.
Someone will get a chair and be like, pre-order Midnight. I want to sit in this chair.
Starting with this fella back behind me, that's right, the Devourer Demon Hunter. Now you've seen Vengeance. Now it's time to meet the new Demon Hunter spec that turns every fight into a highlight reel.
Demon Hunter's casters, let's go.
Hunter spec. It's a little bit different than our other two specializations. Previously, Demon Hunters only channeled Fel energy.
I talked about this so long ago. Listen. I talked about this so long ago. It wasn't a full void spec, but I was saying an extra spec for Demon Hunter needed to be mid-range caster like Evoker, where you're bouncing in, shooting lasers. Guess what? It shoots a fucking laser. I talked about this so long ago. Check it.
To power their abilities, whereas the Devourer uses cosmic void powers to power
so good. It wasn't cosmic void theme though. He used soul magic.
You're not going to be standing out at max range casting spells the entire time. Depending on how you build your character, and we'll take a look at some talents a little bit later, but depending on how you build it, you may be standing at mid-range pretty consistently, or you may be darting in and out in sort of a hybrid build where you're spending some time in melee and then using Vengeful Retreat.
Mid-range, they mean 20 yard.
Let's break down the toolkit
versus
a
30.
So first up, this is Void Metamorphosis. This is your iconic Demon Hunter transformation, but with a twist. This is not cooldown based, it's energy based. You have to use Reap, which is your giant kind of scythe attack, to gather up any of the void fragments that you can't reach, or you can just sort of run around and pick them up as you're used to doing with souls. And once you've gathered enough, you can enter into meta. Now once you're in meta, you want to stay in meta as long as possible.
I like this.
It's a little bit different than Fel energy. It's slippery, it's elusive, it wants to get away from you, and you need to devour it. You need to pull it in as much as you can. So you want to stay in
This
this
is
meta
so
as long
cool
as possible,
lore-wise,
and the
in
longer
my
you
opinion.
do, the more damage
How
you
they're
do as
playing
well.
with it.
I'll share how in just a slide or two. In this shot, you will see Void Ray. This is the Void's interpretation of
Boom! Look at that.
25-yard line attack.
That's what I
with all
wanted.
sort of the trademarks of I-Beam, where you have the rotation, you can move around, just line up all your abilities.
Dude, that makes
into piles
I-Beam
of
look
ash.
baby mode.
It's beautiful. It's purple. Important note, when
So
you're in
that's the
Devour
point.
spec, everything is going to be purple. Our art team did a killer job, as they always do.
That's so
You're
good.
not going to see any green at all. It's just going to be void, void, void. Really cool.
I want to
Speaking
see
of
that
really
used
cool,
in future
this is
specs.
Collapsing Star. This is your big, brutal anime finisher. The way this ability works is you have to be in meta to cast it. So once you get into meta, then you have you unlock the ability to cast Collapsing Star. The more times you cast Collapsing Star in a meta, the stronger and stronger it gets. So like I said, you want to hold on to that metamorphosis as long as possible. It's got that big raid boss finale energy.
It plays off of like the shadow form thing.
Demon Hunter is getting a new spec, and with that,
Yeah, they're
you get a
switching
new
it up.
talent tree, and that is called
I think
the Annihilator tree. You can
rather than just open up the hero talents to everybody across the board, they're taking one away from Vengeance. I'm kind of sad about no Fellscarred Vengeance, but Annihilator sounds cool.
see it in the sort of the lower left-hand side there. This is shared between Devour and Vengeance, and
dude, I wonder if that Demon Hunter is that lady that we help. I can't remember her name, but is she gonna be the first Void Elf Devourer Demon Hunter? Because you're not gonna need to do a quest line to unlock Devourer for sure, but they did say there was gonna be a quest line.
sort of broadly speaking, this is all about dropping meteors on your enemies. If you're Devourer, there will be big, bold Void meteors. If you're in Vengeance, they will be Fell meteors.
That's
but meteors,
good.
nevertheless. Devourer will also have access to the Scarred tree. No longer is it called the Fell Scarred tree. It's just simply Scarred. We are inclusive of all types of scarring here. As
You're just
you
scarred.
We know we are our...
We are our scars.
Right.
They didn't say it!
Let's move on.
We are our scars! There's no Demon Hunters in the crowd.
Combination that is coming to World of Warcraft. It's unlockable with a short quest line that's available during the 12.0 pre-launch.
Okay, so Void Elf is a quest line unlock.
During pre-launch as well. So if you're interested in messing around with Devourer, you can switch over as soon as we get to that pre-launch period before we take the fight to Xalatown.
Listen up, y'all. It's not going to be in Legion Remix. Just prepare yourself for that. I don't think, because I think pre-patch is going to hit right after Remix is over. The day after. But I'm almost like 99% sure you won't be able to play the new stuff in Legion Remix. So plan your characters accordingly.
It's Silver Moon.
There will be a leveling boost during pre-patch for all the people catching up, though. So.
And the same is true of Void Elf Demon Hunter. There'll be a very short quest line along with that pre-launch where you unlock this character. Now, for those of you who are Horde players in the audience,
Void Elves, not the spec.
You may notice this introduces a little bit of an imbalance.
If you already have a Demon Hunter, you can just go be the spec.
The Void Elves are ready to jump into a particular new class. And this is particularly lore appropriate for what we're doing at this time. The World Soul Saga is not over yet. There will be new opportunities for other race class combinations that will make sense with the story as we tell it. So keep your eyes.
Dude, if we hit Lordaeron with all the light, we're getting new paladins. Dude, Forsaken paladins. Dude, we need it so bad.
Next up, let's talk about talents. So
other ones too, but
you're going to get new levels. No big surprise there. You'll level from 80 to 90, and you'll get 10 new talent points as well.
All right.
The way those are going to break it down is you're going to get 3 points.
Look at that new row.
Tree, 3 in your hero tree, and then 4 in your spec tree, and you'll earn those sort of alternating.
Whole new row here.
The way these work individually is on the class tree. It's very simple. You just got 3 more points. You can use them however you want. If there's some ability in there that...
Look here. Demon Hunters, bottom row is getting adjusted. Look at that bottom row. We're getting something up there, too. Something up there's changing. Or at least looks different. Some stuff's being adjusted around here. This tree, I cannot wait to get into this tree. Oh my god. It looks like they're still fixing it, but that looks so good. And then look. The 4 path.
Wanted to get to, but you couldn't.
Damn, since this is a new tree, I can't tell. But hold on, maybe we can. There's a switcher. There's a switcher. It's only 2. I'm hoping they add in a choice node.
Painful trade-off to get to that point. Well, now you might be a little bit more likely to be able to get to that point, and you won't have to make that painful trade-off. In the hero talent tree, there's an additional lane, so we're keeping all the same hero talents, but we're adding 3 new abilities in that 4th lane there. So it's going to take these already iconic and impactful powers and make them even more iconic and even more impactful. And lastly is on the spec tree, we earned 4 points here. I'll share how that goes in the next slide, but a couple clarifications first.
Yeah, so for the bloat people are just getting extra stuff here, a little extra stuff here. These are going to be controlled, and then this is just going to be one thing. So we're not getting too much.
Everything I'm saying here
but it could be good.
All 40 specs across the game, so the 3-3-4 applies to everybody.
Yeah, 3-3-4.
See 3 little dots over to the side of the tree there for those keen-eyed among you. That's just work-in-progress UI that our team's been using to be able to test these things along the way. What you'd expect this to look like is a little bit more like this, where you'd have, imagine, if you will, little dots over to the side of the tree there for those keen-eyed among you.
Where? I don't see no dots.
Slide, but a couple clarifications first. What you see behind me is the example for the Devourer Demon Hunter. That's just work-in-progress UI. Like this, where you'd have, imagine, if you will, a big, giant
this looks cool.
Point that sits at the bottom of your spec tree with a couple little pips in the bottom of it, and you're able to put 4 points into that. Now, all 4 points should be really impactful, but particularly impactful will be the first one and the last one. So let's take a look at a couple examples of how this will play out on the Evoker, and also on our.
Because this is my big question. So everyone's just putting 4 in here, period. Or some math people are going to be like, no, this sucks for this class. Put it elsewhere. And that is going to be problematic, let me tell you. That's going to be so toxic.
New spec, the Devourer Demon Hunter. So the first point is going to be a little bit more transformational. This will have a big effect on one of your abilities. In this case, for the Preservation Evoker, I know the text's a little small, but it takes reversion and gives it a chance to be upgraded to a new ability called Marithra's.
Okay, so in this case, it's not even adding an Apex ability. It's not even a new spell.
Blessing. The next 2 points are just going to be make numbers bigger. They're going to make whatever that first thing did, make it even better.
Interesting.
And then that last point is the exclamation point that really brings it all home. They should all fit together into a cohesive package. They share the icon, they share the name, they share the fantasy. But an important point to note is that you don't have to put all 4 points in this if you want to. It's not a separate tree. It is part of your spec tree, and so if you want to just go more broad in your spec tree too, there will be opportunities for you to do that. But I expect a lot of people are going to want to check out what's in their Apex talents because they are super duper cool. That's it for
yeah,
talents.
we'll have
Next,
to see what ends up being good. I can only imagine.
It's called Prey. So Prey is a new opt-in hunting system that lets you pursue powerful targets across Azeroth and beyond Azeroth, places like the Voidstorm, etc. It's built to slot right into how you already play. So whether you're a world quest enjoyer, if you're out gathering, you just like hanging out, Prey should have a good fit for you.
All right. So world thing.
A little story balance, or a story background, I should say. This is a secretive initiative led by Astalor Bloodsworn. I don't know how many of you are lore nerds
That's
like
gonna be
myself
cool
out there, but if you remember Astalor, he's the Magister who's responsible for.
There is also in Murder Row, which is a dungeon.
Get their paladin powers by chaining up a Naru underneath Silver Moon City. He's not doing that anymore, but he's still sort of got a checkered past, and so he's going to be the person who is going to be leading us along this fight. You kick things off in Silver Moon City in Murder Row. That's where your new.
I'm excited about that.
And this is where you're going to choose who you're going to hunt.
Oh, there's a pangolin. There's another pangolin. We get a close up. It looks good. I like the pangolin.
Casting roll the bones like you do when all of a sudden your target might show up behind you and cause you to turn around.
Get
all your
jumped.
cooldowns. Make sure you survive.
Yo.
Mid quest, you might be running between objectives. You could be minding your own business.
You gotta put them both in front of you. What are you doing?
It's supposed to keep you on your toes.
It's backseat them.
Like a quest. It uses some tech that uses quests, but it's not meant to be like, search 8 footprints and then you found him. We don't know how many things you have to do. You might be, finding clues like footprints on the ground. You might be disarming traps. You might be doing other things, but you never really know when these guys are going to show up. Now, if you are the type of player who likes to play with a little bit of a challenge, Prey has you in mind as well. See, there's 3 difficulty levels. There's normal, and then there's hard, and then there's nightmare, and you're going to unlock this as you progress through the system. We all start at normal, but once you get to hard,
you gotta unlock
you're going to face a couple different things. First, you're going to see torments.
We don't see radiant memories. I wonder if this is, or the world soul memories. I wonder if this is filling that slot for like keys.
These are additional abilities that
or something. Maybe we'll still have that.
Will have, or just you might face as you're on the hunt for these guys. This particular character behind me is.
Because with the unlocks,
deal with sort of a fear-based torment, but there'll be a bunch of them. There's some fixate-based ones as well. There's some really cool mechanics.
Because I did them recently. How you gotta unlock the thing where you gotta do all the things. You probably gotta unlock Nightmare by doing Prey in all the different zones that they got.
That'll make these fights a little bit more challenging.
That sounds like what it'll do.
Once you're in hard or Nightmare difficulty, you are going to have that final fight once you've cornered your target and are ready to take them down.
I like these. These sound a lot better.
See, in normal, you're in the outdoor
World Soul Memories are kind of like
help you out, just like any outdoor content.
A thing.
Nightmare, it's just one-on-one, you and the target, no distractions, no escape. Let's talk about rewards. So there's a couple rewards available through Prey. First, I want to talk about cosmetics. We got
you know what's funny? This sounds like my made-up headhunting system. Oh my god.
Some really cool looking mounts, like some mana worm themed mounts. More than one of those. They're really awesome looking, as well as
those look good.
Appearances as well. You will also be able to earn power from this. So this is hot off the presses. We've been talking with the team back in California or back in the States, everywhere. Blizzard's all over the place. This will give you power rewards. Prey will be tied into the outdoor row in the Great Vault, so you'll be able to get really cool gear from that by participating in Prey, up to and including in Hero Tier. So
Hero track, yeah, that's what I heard.
About Delves and how Delves are able to give solo players some really cool opportunities to get awesome stuff.
They want to cap world at Hero, and
one of the new things that are going to go into the outdoor world that we can play around with.
I feel like they should increase it.
As well. When I say outdoor features, I'm talking about, the one-off things that happen in the game every once in a while. Things like shipping and handling and Undermine, where you're driving your car around.
Yes.
The soup event in Azure Span, which we all remember.
Yep, we need more of those.
And love so much. Yes, chef, etc. We made a bunch of these. I'm going to go through a couple of them. The priority here in the philosophy is we wanted to provide a variety of these different things.
I'm really curious about these.
Some might be built for players who are more into kind of high-intensity combat. Others for more just like crazy moments. Others for folks who are like to, cozy content, to learn more about the lore, etc. First up is Silver Moon Court. This is what you're going to see in Eversong Woods.
Silver Moon parties! Yo! There it is! This is part of what I was thinking.
You'll balance your reputation between the 4 different military groups within Silver Moon City. It's meant to sort of evoke the feelings of the Burning Crusade reputations. You all remember the Aldor and Scryers from there?
Oh.
Yes, I see some nodding of heads. Okay, yeah, so it'll feel a little bit like that. And each track has its own cosmetic rewards that come from it. In Zulaman, you will harvest materials for the Loa of Abundance. This is a...
It's literally what I talked about. Court, frickin' balancing reps, Zulaman, Harvesting materials for the Loa. That's what, yeah. Oh my god.
Super buffed collectathon. It's professions themed. You're going to go into caves. You're going to have sort of a timed treasure room feel where you're going to mine as much as you can. You're going to gather as much as you can.
Oh my
It's
god, I called
themed.
it.
It's not professions required, so anybody can gather these materials. Although if you are a gatherer, you might find a couple additional bonuses. It's also I should point out that the Loa theming ties this one to Zulaman, but Abundance Caves are actually present in all 4 of the Midnight Zones. These are really fun. Looking forward to playing these.
That's cool. I'm excited.
Of the Harrenir is an event that happens in Harrendar. And this is an event that invites players to step into the forgotten past of the Harati tribe using magical paintings to embark on bite-sized, lore-rich journeys.
This is going to be cool.
Devoted lore seekers. You can kind of chase right through these things and complete the...
No archaeology, though.
But there's also lots of opportunities for you to slow down a little bit, read a little bit of text about the past of these folks.
I wonder if this event is going to be testing for future archaeology.
History. Really cool
type event.
And lastly, in Voidstorm, we have the Stormarian Assault. You're going to be protecting the Void Elves, who are going to play an important part in the story of Voidstorm.
Oh, we're protecting them.
Their Singularity Anchor. You all know what a Singularity Anchor is, right? No?
Yeah.
It's the thing that you use to purge the Stormarian Citadel of remnant Void anomalies. Well, anyhow, you're going to help them protect that thing in sort of a wave defense, where it's an action-packed public event where your success is not only defined by how well you fight, but also how well your group places defenses to fend off the endless...
It's sounding Researchers Under Fire to me.
Okay,
maybe it should be better, though.
Updated leveling experience. I got to imagine that a lot of you folks here already play World of Warcraft. A lot of folks watching at home probably do as well.
No, I've never played.
Pay attention, and if you do, maybe think about...
Never played this game. What game is this?
World of Warcraft, but it's been tough. It's intimidating to get people into a game that's been around for 20 years and is so big and huge and monolithic. These are some updates for folks like that. So first, we made some changes to our tutorial experience, Exile's Reach. This has been changed to be to focus players directly into the Dragonflight expansion. We're doing that by adding some key iconic characters to that feature. You're going to see Rathian there. You'll see
That's how they're doing it.
Alexstrasza, a bunch of others as well. And the story is going to be about them going off and embarking on their mission to the Dragon Isles to learn about the history of the dragons. It will culminate with you being...
His shirt? Look at his shirt. Is that a Zulaman shirt?
Waking Shores to
Zulaman themed shirt?
Dragonflight experience for new players. Now, you'll still have Chromie time if you're playing an alt. You can go play whatever expansion you want, but for a new player...
Where's that Blood Elf?
Will take you
Wait, that's Legion Shield.
And we've made a bunch of changes to the Dragonflight
okay, it's
Legion
thing.
With new players in mind. So first, you'll level through those first 4 zones, but then as opposed to before, when you get to the end of Thaldraszus, and you're at the gates of the raid, and you know that Razageth is gnarly, and you want to take the fight with her, but you need a whole bunch of people to do that.
I'm glad they're adding story mode there.
You're going to go straight to fighting Razageth. We've added a story mode raid
the
Razageth fight. So you can, as a solo player...
The thing on the starter island is basically story mode follower dungeon before they actually came out, if you think about it.
Play through that zone as a leveling player with the leveling appropriate rewards. And then you get to fight against Sarkareth.
Zarlek being opened up for leveling is great, especially when you think about War Within. They could open up Undermine. You open up Undermine for leveling. Goblin starter area.
And another story mode raid
would be great.
You see where this is going. If you know the story of Dragonflight, then you continue into the Emerald Dream and then fight against Farak.
Emerald Dream leveling
will be nice. Time that new players have been able to play through the entire story of an expansion while they're leveling through the game. And doing that, this will take them to level...
Yo, that's remix. That's remix style, right? You tier the expansion. Instead of locking off the end game, you put it into the 11 experience. That's really good.
80. For 70 to 80 is going to be done doing something different, which I'll get to in just a sec.
70 through 80.
Has this ever been you? Maybe you're a returning player to the game, you haven't played in a little while, and you are greeted by the 3 horsemen of a quest log full of quests that you don't remember, a bag full of items that you don't remember ever gathering,
and then a talent tree.
I
as
don't
well.
have
So
that
you
feeling,
don't really know
but
what those icons represent.
people do.
You are not alone. This is the case for a lot of returning players. It can be tough to get back into your character after you've been away for a little while. And what we see for folks is, after folks have been away, particularly for a long time, it's easier to roll a new character than it is to get back into your beloved favorite tune.
Well, it's actually beneficial
And
too.
so that's okay, because
Sometimes.
we've got a stack of gear ready for you to claim as you step into our brand new returning player experience. This is
Okay.
Again, brand new, something we're
A special returning player experience is kind of cool.
game in Midnight. It is a feature where you will join alongside Thrall or Jaina as a returning player, and it's meant to remove all those distractions, so you don't have to worry about what's in your bags and your talents. We're going to hide all your quests from you.
Because they already do a thing like that, but this is like a full feature. They have that if you haven't been away. They'll like pull your bag, or they'll do something for returning players, but it's more just taking stuff out of your bag,
It's really
and it
simple.
doesn't really have like a
go kill some gnolls. It's very
thing
simple.
to it.
You don't have to worry about all the other direct things pulling you in different directions. Just go kill some gnolls, and then after that, the story will develop. Maybe you go kill some ogres. Maybe you go kill some cultists. There will be some story that progresses along. But the point is, once you get in, you should remember, oh yeah, this is how my character plays. And by the time you're done, you should have your bearings. It's drop in and drop out. So after 2 minutes, if you're like, oh yeah, I remember how to play Paladin. This is easy. Then you could just drop right out. If you play all the way through, you'll get a full set of gear that's level appropriate to whatever level you stepped in this place at. So you'll be ready to just jump right into the fight. And we've also added some improvements to the tutorials as well. So first, we've added a skywriting tutorial, which will make it easy. If you never learned how to play skywriting or to do skywriting.
All right, that's good. That's good for returning players.
Dragonflight expansion, you'll learn how to do that. And it'll add a tutorial to learn how to interrupt. So if you've ever been in a group with folks who don't seem to know how to interrupt, the returning player experience will get you covered.
Oh, interrupt.
And lastly, we have the War Within recap. This is a feature we've added that is in case you've missed the War Within expansion.
This will be good.
Or if just parts of the story, maybe it's just been a little while since you played the War Within. No worries, we've got you covered there as well. So this is a quick, couple hours long experience which will take you through the entirety of the story of the War Within.
Undermine.
Isle of Dorn, to the Ringing all the way through Koresh.
That's good.
You'll get to see all the big cinematics. You'll get to see what happens.
It'll take you all the way. That's great.
It'll probably take a couple dozen hours to play through all these quests, but this will just take a much quicker time. Anybody can play this.
Yo, when that comes in, hopefully Undermine can be quested on with lower levels.
If you want to do this right before you go into Midnight to bring yourself current, that's great. If you don't want to, that's fine. Everybody gets that we got to fight Xal'atath anyways. And if you're a new player, this is how you will level from 70 to 80. Instead of having to, it'll be really quick. It'll be just like play through this, again, a couple hours long experience, and you'll be able to hop right into Midnight once you're ready.
All right.
A new update I wanted to share with y'all about the new player experience, all these things that we're talking about, new player experience, returning player experience, and the War Within recap. These are going to be available in the final patch of the War Within, 11.2.7. So
okay, yeah.
A little bit earlier, folks wanted to start getting warmed up.
Housing,
are thinking about that friend,
level up, fixes.
Get in a little bit earlier. Start collecting some housing decor and level in.
Legion Remix. Hey,
okay, that does
the timing on the 2.7, unless it's pushback, right? Unless we're talking about stuff being pushed back, should be in December. Okay, this should all be in December, so that'll be cool. This part, the leveling and
about a couple other features,
housing.
Starting with PvP. Ian, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Paul.
PvP. Let's go.
Hello again. So yes, PvP.
You got the Xal'atath shirt.
PvP feature coming in Midnight is the Slayer's Rise Battleground. This battleground is set in the Voidstorm, and it is a 40v40
that looks good.
Inspired by Alterac Valley, Isle of Conquest, and that general large-scale vibe.
This is not the full zone, but this is they're gonna say it's part of the full zone. I'm still thinking the Voidstorm has like 3 different gravity areas. I'm really excited.
Here's a look at the overall layout of the map and how it's going to work. So the setting for this map is a conflict between these 2 powerful warlords in the Voidstorm.
These other spots
that are fighting for control
and Alliance and Horde forces find themselves thrust into the middle of the conflict, each allied with one of the opposing Dominar. You're going to start on opposing sides of the map, initially run to the middle for a wild 40v40 brawl over an initial control point that will give you an early advantage in the map. We know people are going to fight it out anyway, so let's encourage it.
Yo, wait. They forced the fight at the middle. It's not like AV. Or not AV. It's not like Ashran, I guess, where we gotta, one side has to push the other. So they go to the middle to fight.
From there, it breaks down into each side trying to push down a lane towards the opposing base, destroying their defenses, killing key NPCs along the way, and ultimately trying to defeat the opposing Dominar. But you'll be breaking off as well to recruit neutral forces to aid your...
Yo, is this the League map? Are we finally getting Dota in WoW? You're pushing lanes with neutral minions? I mean, we've already seen a little bit of this before, but it's just so little.
Push that lane. So every side is going to be doing a mix of attacking, defending, and recruiting forces to help lead their side to victory. Super excited to have a new battleground coming in Midnight.
Oh.
And also, this area
I'm excited.
The battleground will be accessible in the outdoor part of the Voidstorm zone.
Okay, so this area that's part of the battle, I think this is going to be one of the sectors of that zone. And we got a Horde keep, we got an Alliance keep. Look, Horde and Alliance, you're fighting over a piece of land in space. Aren't y'all? Ain't this great? Space colonial, like, well, because they're both trying to take the spot. They're just fighting over a chunk of space rock.
Battle it out with each other.
Classic.
This area is really designed with interesting points of conflict in mind. There's other, this is where you'll find your PvP vendors and more. This area does have
PvP vendors.
Who don't have war mode on, but really you're going to
look down here. PvP vendors.
If you like world PvP, this is the
I'm
place
hiding
to
it.
be. You can find your people and battle it out. Now, when we think about PvP in World of Warcraft, we've heard feedback from our PvP community over the years that they'd love to see, more support. PvP is amazing.
Yes.
It's deep. It is endlessly replayable. But the reality is, it can also be really hard to approach 20 years into the game's history. There's so much to learn. People are so good at it. And oftentimes, people check out PvP and feel like, okay, I just got destroyed. I don't know that this is for me, even if they do enjoy PvP in other games. But so many other games of different genres have a mode where you can initially kind of learn the map.
I'm excited about this.
Learn combat against bots. And that's an easy on-ramp.
And I'm going to tell you right now, for a lot of people, this is going to be good for the fighting bots thing. But a major thing for me, I think this is going to help, is get honor to get gear to not get obliterated.
Kind of build your confidence to make sure that you know what you're doing before you match up against other players.
And learning how it works.
Training grounds are coming in Midnight. This is inspired by a battleground brawl that we've had running for a while called Comstock. This is kind of expanded and revamped. In addition to Arathi Basin, you'll also be able to play on Silver Shard Mines and the Battle for Gilneas, facing off against AI opponents that are a bit smarter than the bots that we've had.
They should they should get a flag carrying map just for variety.
That are going to test your skills a bit.
Maybe an epic one.
Battlegrounds work, teach you how classes work, and kind of give you an on-ramp into PvP from there. Super excited to roll this out in Midnight and hopefully introduce a new generation of players to the fun that World of Warcraft PvP can offer. All right, I want to talk about some UI and general quality of life improvements. So over the last few months, we've been doing a lot of work in War Within to improve the baseline UI experience with things like the cooldown manager, combat assistant, and more. That's going to continue in Midnight and beyond.
Though, now I'm wondering, maybe they'll reduce the honor gain. So people, because I'm thinking, like, if Comstomp is forever, will people just grind it?
The area that we want to focus on is our name
forever?
We understand that, when you're in the heat
Will
of combat,
they pull
this
off
is the
honor
best window into what's going
so
on,
people don't
the
do
status
that?
of your enemies, and what you need to respond to. And our default nameplates currently don't give you all the information you might want. We really want to improve your ability to see and customize buff and debuff display on nameplates. We also want to be able to call out important lethal casts. That's something that we're going to build in on the encounter design side. If there's a cast that probably is going to wipe you if it gets off, that should be a larger highlighted cast bar so you know it's a high priority.
Yo, I've been watching so many M plus people talk about this. I think this is literally what they want, right? If a cast needs to be interrupted, the mob's got to be going crazy mode.
You shouldn't need an add-on or an external guide to tell you that. The game should be doing it itself, and we're really excited to add this functionality to our nameplates. Next up, damage meters. We are adding damage meters to the base UI.
There we go.
Again, this is
Cleaning up my thing, cleaning up my situation. This is gonna be good.
Players across all of World of Warcraft.
Yes.
And you shouldn't need to feel like if you want to understand whether your talent build that you just tried out is more effective than the one
there is literally, it is unrealistic for you to know your damage is good or bad using in-game training dummies without a damage meter. To know your damage, they outsource it. They've been outsourcing it from the beginning of the game, and yet they had stuff in-game training dummies to support people using the add-on. Because no way someone's like mathing out their freaking combat log. So, finally.
The game should give you that information.
Yo, Classic Plus should have this. If there's a Classic Plus, it should just come with the damage meter. And people will be like, oh, but then it's not if you are going to go download the damage meter for your Classic Plus, I do not want to hear it.
And so we have featured damage meters. These are also going to be
this is great.
Sort of server-side authoritative.
Huge.
So compared to add-ons where maybe someone is out of range or in a different phase and you lose track of the information about what they're doing, here we're going to keep track of it on our end.
Yeah, they know it.
Should always be perfectly accurate.
That'll be great.
Next up, this is a fun one. How many of you use DBM or bigwigs? Right? Basically, since the beginning of raiding, 20 years ago plus, people have relied on add-ons to let them...
They've been working on these. Whenever you go no add-ons, bosses have had some alerts built in.
Right?
That looks so good.
Since the beginning of raiding, 20 years ago plus, people
If that's
have relied
normal.
on add-ons to let them
Let's
know
see.
when a major boss ability is coming up. That's just
Is that
how well raiding has
theirs
been
or the?
for nearly everyone who raids. And yet, again, you've had to turn to external tools to do that, and we feel that's not the experience that our players deserve. So we are building in a lot of that functionality into our encounters in Midnight. So you can see a timeline of major critical abilities that are coming up, and alerts if you're targeted by something, things along those lines, to give you the information you need to overcome the challenges that are facing you. Those are just a few of the user interface improvements that are coming in Midnight.
I don't know if that screenshot was the one.
This is a project that
the game one, but
ahead of it. We really want to make sure that our
I'm glad they're doing this.
Experience is the very best that it can be. Transmog. Really, transmog is everyone as true WoW efficient.
Sets, custom sets. Yes! Situations. Yes. Oh my god, this looks so good. There goes another add-on. Better wardrobe UI. Gone. Look at this. Look at it. It looks so good.
Autos know is the real.
Yo. Is that the new tier 2? I think that looks different than the updated one. I think that's a special model of Judgment.
Of World of Warcraft, we are supporting it as best we can. So nearly 15 years after the introduction of transmog, we have coming up an overhaul to how the system works. No longer will you have to go reapply the appearance of your choice every time you
Yes.
get a new upgrade.
It's
Every time you get a
slot-based.
sword or a raid drop or whatever else. Instead of transmogging items, you will now transmog the slot. And so if you have something set as your
Perfect.
helm appearance and you get a new helm, it's just going to inherit the look that you want it to have. You'll still pay a gold cost
Finally.
to set that like head slot.
So
or
many
slot appearance.
games have done
As you
this
just get
this
new
way
items,
now.
you can just put those on for no
Finally.
additional cost, and that'll just be the appearance that you have. But this also gives us the opportunity to add more opportunities for customization and self-expression in the transmog system. Because not only can you save one outfit, you'll be able to unlock and save many, many outfits. And
Many,
then,
many.
if you want, you can tie those outfits to specific situations. So if you want one outfit that enables when you go into town,
Got
or
a
when you go
random
into your
button.
home, or when you go into a dungeon,
Wait,
or you change your special.
hold up.
And then if you want,
Situations, location. Oh, movement, specialization, equipment set, racial form, profession. Yo, they are going
tie
deep.
those outfits to specific situations. So if you want one outfit that enables when you go into town, or when you go into your home, or when you go into a dungeon, or when you change your specialization, you can map those things to each other, and it'll just automatically happen. So we're very excited for kind of the depth of customization this is going to bring. And as with many of our systems, this is just kind of the beginning. This is Transmog 2.0, but we're going to continue to build on this foundation in the months and years ahead. So thank you for coming out.
Yo. This was good. I feel like we got a lot of info from Q&As before this, but...
No, really, it's so exciting to be here this week, finally pulling back the curtain, revealing what the team has been hard at work on in making World of Warcraft Midnight. But this is just the beginning. We're going to head back to California.
I wonder how Ian is feeling about what Jeff did to WoW. Ian is probably like, I want to beat up Jeff Keighley for y'all, but it's okay.
And in just a few weeks, we're going to have our alpha test beginning. So stay tuned for that with beta to follow. We have so much more to share with you. It's going to be
Alpha soon.
In making World of Warcraft Midnight. But this is just the beginning. We're going to head back to California, and in just a few weeks, our alpha test.
Alpha.
So stay tuned.
Ian, let me in. Ian, look at me. Please. Please let me in alpha.
With beta to follow. We have so much more to share
Please.
with you. It's going to be a very exciting fall. We can't wait to see you all in Midnight in early 2026.
Early
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of
2026.
Gamescom.
There it is. All right. Okay. So, transmog, amazing. Nameplates, not my thing. Damage meter, awesome. Void Storm, Zone, PvP stuff, I'm interested. Warwithin catch-up, that's going to be good. Leveling fixes, I think could be really good. Returning player stuff looks good. Zulaman, Abundance, called it, amazing. Harendir, Lore of the world, amazing. Voidstorm, researchers under Voidfire, could be good. And Eversong Woods, Silver Moon Court called it. Can we throw parties? They didn't seem like parties, but there was a bunch of reps. Maybe there's a party rep, so that would be cool. Prey look good. The rewards look good. The talent stuff, I'm interested. And the Demon Hunter spec is great. I'm excited. Midnight, gonna be great. Hopefully. I can't wait to test it. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.